Hello and welcome to A, B to Z, an inside look at Acton and Boxborough. I'm Andrew Curran.
And I'm Matt McCrory. Here's what's happening at AB this week.
The 2012-2013 academic school year is underway and is now in full swing. In fact, we are halfway through quarter one. The new school year has included some big changes, including the implementation of a new advisory program.
We asked school principal Dr. Callan what the idea came from and what she hopes it will accomplish.
There's actually been a long-standing interest in having an advisory program here at AB. A committee actually worked on it about 10 years ago, looking to put together a program. So there's lots of history about it. In addition, I had worked at 2 different schools that had advisory programs, and it was really my favorite part of the day. The chance to connect with students on a non-academic level was really important to me, and it was something that I was really looking to be able to do here, both on a personal level so I could have that connection with students, but also on a school level so all students could have that experience.
Class elections for the sophomore, junior, and senior classes took place last spring, but the freshman class is holding its elections in the coming days.
We asked Assistant to the Principal, Lanny D. Rome, how the freshman class elections are shaping up.
They have to go through a process of having either 2 teachers and a counselor and a teacher sign off saying that they're students in good standing and nominating them. And their parents have to sign off to say that they will support them in the work that goes along with being an officer. And then they turn that in along with a speech.
We will have results from the freshman class elections on a future edition of AB to Z. Elections for all 4 classes were different for this year than in previous years.
Students no longer elect their classmates to specific positions such as president or vice president, but instead simply elect a group of class leaders.
Lanny Jerome went on to talk about why this change in the election process was made.
Last year, teachers broke off into study groups and worked on different various topics of concern and interest to them in the school. One of them was student elections and the class officers. And basically what happened is, for the 4 classes, there were 4 officers elected: president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. But really, they don't act as a secretary or just as a treasurer, and the president isn't the king who bosses everybody around. They all work as a team together, and quite frankly, there's a lot of work in being a class officer. So they came up with the idea, the premise, of instead of having 4 officers, we'll elect 5 class leaders. They work together as a group with the advisors. It's kind of a year of experimenting.
Back to school night at the high school was held this past Wednesday, October 3rd. Parents spent the evening following their child's schedule and briefly meeting classroom teachers.
This is one of the biggest nights of the year at the high school, especially when you consider there are over 3,000 people in the building at one time. Principal Dr. Callan talked about why this is such a great event for the community.
I love back to school night. I think it's a great chance to see parents, and now that I've been here for 5 years, I feel like I've started to see more and more familiar faces and have a chance to connect with them. I love for parents to have the chance to see the amazing things our teachers do every day and to learn about the incredible curriculum that's offered here. I think it's important for them both as parents and also for as taxpayers so that they know exactly what kinds of things are being offered here.
Saturday night, October 13th, the high school is once again sponsoring Saturday night activities, open to all students. The program will run for 6 consecutive Saturdays.
Each Saturday, a different set of activities will be offered to students. Program co-advisor Mrs. Bowmiller talked about the goals of the program.
Well, we wanted to set up a place where students could come and have a great time with fun activities in a safe and substance-free environment.
Ms. Bowmiller went on to talk about some of the different programs being offered this fall.
For 6 weeks in a row, starting on October 13th and going until November 17th, that'll be our last one, there's going to be a basketball tournament that everyone can sign up for. You can sign up as a team or you can sign up as an individual and you'll be placed on a team. And then in addition, each night we'll have activities going on throughout the building. On October 13th, our first night, is going to be an Oktoberfest in which all of the clubs and activities that are interested will come and have fun activities including a cakewalk, dancing, video game room. There might be some poker. I'm not sure. I've heard a rumor that there might be some poker. And then after that, the nights after that, we're hoping to have a pool party one night. Bands, Jamnesty wants to do another night. So lots of surprises in store for the following Saturday nights.
In addition to these programs, a Saturday night basketball league is also taking place. The league is sponsored by the high school boys and girls varsity teams. If you're interested in entering the team, see Coach Kilpatrick or Coach Bassett right away.
In sports, it has been a highly successful fall season thus far for all AB athletic teams. The boys soccer, golf, and volleyball teams are all undefeated. Girls soccer, swimming, cross country, and field hockey are also posting winning records.
The varsity football team is off to an impressive 3-1 start. They most recently beat Marshfield 41-16. The Colonials were once again led by the dynamic backfield of William Tejeda, Billy Jackman, and Thomas Avenaro.
Tejeda led the team in rushing. Sepanaro scored 2 touchdowns, and Jackman added one of his own, plus an interception. Next up, AB travels to Wayland to take on the Warriors.
In addition to AB Colonials playing some serious football on Leary Field, recently there was another equally important game played under the lights in front of the big crowd.
On Friday, September 21st, Blitz 21 took place. This was a flag football game between girls from the junior and senior classes, and serious bragging rights were on the line. Overall, it was a great night. A big crowd, a hard-fought game, and a lot of lasting memories. Oh, and by the way, the junior class girls pulled off an upset and won the game.
That does it for today's show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you'll join us again next week for another edition of AB to Z. I'm Matt McRoby.
And I'm Andrew Curran. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Lights out.